and I didn't want it to end. This year, I came to you, and I'm not going to lie. This is one of the weirdest families you will ever meet. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being there for me when I needed it most. I could depend on you for anything and everything. For my 8th graders, leaving with me, you are amazing, and I couldn't ask for a better group of people to end this year with. To my 7th and 6th graders, you did an amazing job, and I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to watch you grow into the wonderful human beings that you are going to be. To Miss Megan and Miss Nine and the crew and the people behind the scenes who truly made this show possible, between the beautiful artwork, lighting, clothing, scenery, props, and just about everything you did for the show. To Miss Kelly and Miss Holtman, I'm forever grateful for this experience and seeing a different side of me. I'm so lucky to have worked with you and such amazing people such as yourselves, and honored to have been in 2 shows titled as the best Salk has ever put on. Now I'm going to stand up here, I'm not going to stand here, sorry, and tell you how Miss Holtman and I are besties, because I can't say that. We share a special relationship. I am the one she looks at and asks if there was a 3-part harmony heard, or looks at me when we both hear a flat note and try to figure out who made it. And to Miss Kelly, we started out really well, and your laugh just brightens up my day. I will truly miss both of you so much, and I promise I will visit Miss Kelly. MJ, I've known you since day one, so what really is there to say? You've watched me grow, and I embraced your craziness because you had to embrace mine. Luckily, Miss Holtman, you live a block down from me, so don't be surprised if I pop by to say hello. I would like to leave on this note. Hairspray taught me that even though this isn't ending, it's not, because no one can stop the beat. And 13 has taught me that no matter where we are in our life, we all have a little bit more homework to do. Congratulations to the cast of 13. I love you and wish you the best of luck in life. Don't forget about me.
Okay, I'm not really good at giving speeches, so I just wanted to thank Miss Langan for making the stage look perfect tonight and every night. She fixed every little detail with spacing and scenery, and it looks amazing. I also wanted to thank her for always being there for me. No matter what, I'm going to miss her so much next year, but I know I can always come back and visit. Thank you for always caring for me, no matter what. I love you, Miss Langan. I also want to thank MJ, Miss Hoffman, Miss Kelly, and Fran Schwartz. Thank you all for being there for me and making these past 30 years in play so memorable and special. I love you all so much. Thank you for everything you do. I will miss you so much next year, and bring your cast party money in.
Hello. This is for Mrs. Kelly. Dear Mrs. Kelly, you have been such an inspiration to all of the plays here. I really don't want to leave. You have made every show here spectacular. Thank you for being there for me, for shaping me into a better actress, for believing in me, for inspiring me, and never giving up on me. You have always told me that we would practice something a million times until I finally got it. That's what you said when I was getting frustrated with a little more homework. That's what I think is for never giving up on me. Thank you. You're one of my biggest role models. Thank you so much for everything you have given to me in the last 3 years. And I would like to thank the cast for being there for me. I'm so glad to have you part of my family. You all mean so much to me.
So I actually didn't prepare a speech. I said I did, and then I didn't. so I'm just gonna wing this. So first off, I want to thank the band and the crew because I mean, although you don't really see them often, they help make these plays work and keep continuing to Then I would like to thank Miss Elfman. In 6th grade, I didn't really know if I wanted to do the play, and then you pushed me to do it, and look where I am now. And I also want to thank Miss Kelly, MJ, Ms. Mankin, all the other teachers, Mr. Badge, basically just everyone for all their support. Most of all, to you guys. It's an honor to have worked with such talented people. And so, I played a rabbi, so I personally think that rabbis have wisdom. So guys, as we move on, this is just a new chapter in our life. Live it like it was your last.
Right now I'm just going to quote Conrad from last year. I'm not crying, there's just something in my eye. So 3 years ago, we did Once Upon a Mattress, and I didn't know if I wanted to do this. I could never even get on stage. I had like such stage fright. I could barely even like do public speaking. And when I joined this, like, they got me over my stage fright, and I can now, like, stand here, like, where I am today. And it's Hillman, like, you got me into singing, and Miss Kelly, I never thought about acting until I joined this, and you helped me with the acting part. MJ, I know my dancing's not that great, but like, you helped me with that. And thank you guys from the cast. I just love you guys so much. Y'all killed this show, and so for the past 3 years, 6th grade, we had an opening for a princess. Last year we couldn't stop the beat, and this year we couldn't wait for bar mitzvah. I don't know. And I don't want this to end. This is where my curtain ends, and like here at Dover Salk, and I'm going to like find many more experiences thanks to these people here. You got many more curtains. For Mr. O'Rourke, because without him, like the scenery here, like he did the scenery, and without him, he would be like plain and everything.
I'm gonna try and lighten up the mood a little bit, so I'm trying to be funny, Okay, well, I would first like to thank Ms. Kelly for, not only teaching me math, but always being here for me. Oh, and yeah, directing the show. What would we do without you? I would also like to say thank you to our choreographer, MJ. I'm always going to remember you saying, "You got this," to me all the time, and saying, "You have to make me want to punch you in the face," because, that's always fun. I'd like to give a special thank you to Mr. Batch for not only dealing with the cast and crew and me not knowing when to come in, because that was tough, and for also giving me some of his coffee. I'm kidding, but thank you for everything you've done for us and being a reason behind our show, because without music, this wouldn't be a musical. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to Ms. Hopeman for all you've done, not just this year, but for all the years in the past. I remember coming into 6th grade and, I wasn't here, so I couldn't audition, which I still found something to do. And you were always like, you still knew me, And then 7th grade, I was like a dancer, and then I worked my way up here, and, thank you. I love you and we love you so much and we already miss you and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your long journey in your life because, we still have a long way and I hope you have a lot of fun. And thank you everyone for the play and thank you for this wonderful cast because I love you all and this literally was so much fun, especially all our late nights and everything. So yeah, I'm done.
Hello.
Okay.
These 3 years I have experienced in the Salk play will be unforgettable. I have learned to sing, act, and dance because of Miss Kelly, Miss Hilfman, and MJ. First off, Miss Kelly and Miss Hilfman have always brought confidence into what I do on stage, always made me realize to never give up on what I believe in. My vocals have been stronger because of Miss Hilfman, and my acting has improved because of Miss Kelly. They are the ones who made this family. They brought us all together and made us become the happiest and funniest group there is to be around. Thank you for that. MJ has been one of my greatest supporters. She also brought a lot of confidence into what I do on stage. In 6th grade, I was the lead dancer, and I didn't even know how to dance, but I kept giving up on myself. MJ never allowed me to give up. She showed me the steps over and over again until I got it right. I was once so angry because I didn't know how to do a pirouette, and she told me, just because I'm not a dancer, that doesn't mean I can't do it, and I could do anything. I finally was able to do it, and since then, I never gave up on myself, and thank you for never giving up on me.
Okay, I'm really bad at speeches, but hopefully I'm good at singing. First of all, I would like to thank all the lighting and sound crew, especially Mr. Astor and Mr. Angiacci. Now I would like to thank 2 important people to myself, Miss Hilfman and Miss Kelly. They have been there for me through thick and thin. Without them, I would not have been where I am now. They help me with any problem that I need, and I'm honored to be the lead in Miss Hilfman's last show. Thank you for everything. Love you guys.
This is it, guys. We put on an amazing show all 3 nights, and honestly, I don't think it could have been any better. First and foremost, I would like to thank and congratulate the cast and the crew and everyone who was able to make this production a success. I would especially like to thank Mrs. Stein, who unfortunately could not make it tonight, but she was a major part of this production. Mrs. Stein spent hours shopping, sewing, planning to give us all the costumes that we wore on this stage. Mrs. Stein, we would all like to thank you for all the hard work and dedication that you put into this production, and we couldn't have been happier with all the work that you've done. To my castmates, this isn't the end, this is only the beginning. And just like the song says, we're just getting started. You all mean the world to me, and as frustrating as things may have gotten at times, I wouldn't have traded any of the moments that we spent together for the world. I love you. Last but not least, I would like to thank Mrs. Hilfman and Mrs. Kelly. You guys spend hours here after school and on Saturdays going over lines with us and working on songs with us, and you put this production together, and without you, we wouldn't have been able to do what we did tonight. Mrs. Hilfman, this is your last production, but you've done so many productions here at Salk, and it's finally your time to give up your spot to the next person. You've worked so hard and you've done so many amazing things for us, and we could not have asked for a better person to help put this production together. We love you, Ms. Hilfman, and we wish you the best in wherever life takes you. Thank you.
just wanted to thank Mrs. Arzik for all that she has done with the Salk plays. She organizes all the tickets, which takes a lot of work, and she deserves more credit than she gets. So thank you. She really is the queen. There you go. Thank you for everything you have done for these plays. You're a great choreographer. Choreographer. And you make us look like professionals. Also, thanks for bringing the character out of me. Mrs. Kelly, you made rehearsals so much fun, and you're a great director. You know exactly what to do with plays and how to make them great. I'm going to miss going over lines with you because it was always so fun. Finally, Mrs. Hiltman. You've known me since I was born, and I remember watching game shows together. You are the weakest link. I want to thank you for getting me to do the plays. I remember last year you told me just to try it, and I was like, okay. But then I loved every minute of it. This year, I can't believe I thought of not doing it, but I'm so glad you convinced me to do it. I've had so much fun this year. I never thought I would be a play kid, but I'm so glad I got to be. You've done so much for me, and I can't thank you enough. I know I can always count on you to be there for me, so thank you for everything you have done for me and Jonas Salk Middle School. You've touched so many kids' hearts, and our memories will live on forever because of you. In Salk Theater, you are a legend, and your legacy will live on forever. So thank you for bringing out the confidence in every kid that has walked up on that stage. I never thought I could have the confidence to go up on that stage until you brought it out of me. Mrs. Hilton, I speak for everyone when I say you have done so much for us and we love you, and there's no way we can ever repay you for what you have done for us. You have taught us all. If you have a dream, don't just sit there. Gather courage to believe you can succeed and leave no stone unturned to make it reality. Thank you, Mrs. Hilton.
Okay, so if you know anything about me, you know I don't do this. So this is going to be rough. Okay, before I start with you, I just have a little side note that this whole production thing is kind of a family affair for me. My dad started building our sets 11 years ago. And then 3 years ago, he was joined by my Aunt Pat and my cousin Linda helping with costumes. So we've kind of made it a whole family affair. And I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for sharing this amazing experience. Okay, so as we know, this is the end of an era, and a really sad day for Salk. 16 years ago, on my very first day at Salk, this cute little energetic ball of fire came up to me in the teacher's room, and she said, "I heard you're really into theater. We'd love you to do the show with us." And the rest, as they say, is history. Here we are. 16 years later, we can complete each other's sentences. We have never disagreed on picking a cast. Little disagreements here and there, but never on casting. And when Chris starts babbling and seemingly incoherent, and MJ says, "There wasn't a complete thought in there," I say, "I know exactly what Chris is talking about." We could not have picked a more appropriate show for our final run. And there's such a poignant message in this show. And it is with a heavy heart that I say to Chris, your homework is done, and we're all a hell of a lot better off for having you in our lives. And this is for you.
Talk wanted to do this. What I was going to say in the announcement that, by the way, please take note of the exits and behind them. No use of cell phones or electronic devices. There will be a 15-minute intermission. Don't bring your things back to the... I didn't get to say all that because in the middle of cell phones I heard, come on. I was like, what is that? But I was also going to say that, I hear, Mrs. Sullivan shows up. Mrs. Sullivan is a great show. Listen, anybody that's been involved in any kind of event, any kind of planning of anything, you don't do it by yourself. I have been so blessed for these 16 years to have people that are so passionate and supportive and love theater as much as I do, to work together to help these children. I can't tell you how much I love watching them. They are the wings, and this crew and my team and our team are the wings beneath they are the wings beneath my wings. That helps me get up there to do it every day for them because I just love it so much. And there was one time when I thought, oh my God, what happens if I'm not here? Is it going to be? And a couple of years in, and I worked with this team, I said, you know what? I could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and that show is going to go on because my team is as passionate. What? What? Are you getting hit by a bus? But I could get it by, there came a time, I got worried, but there came a time when I said I could get it by bus and the show would go on because the people that work together are as passionate about theater as I am and love these kids as much as I do. I am going to miss this more than you know. But there's a door open, I think, somewhere that if I want to work, I'll never be out of theater, I'll never stop working with children. And I know that I'm always welcome back here. And that's it. And my family, to my family that is here tonight, thank you so much for being so supportive. Coming and sitting through these shows and my productions. I can't tell you how much your support means to me. My son and my daughter and my mother-in-law, my family that's here, and my husband in the back who comes and supports us all the time. It's time to take the mic, isn't it? You're dressed in black. It's a little scary.
Love you, Miss Oldman.
Okay, in case you don't know me, I was the guy behind the scenes tonight, making all the music, and I couldn't have worked with a better bunch of musicians. Those guys are fantastic. We did this show with the band. We rehearsed on a Monday night together. Tuesday night, rehearsed with the kids. Wednesday night, rehearsed with the kids, and the show came off Thursday. Flawless. This group of kids is unbelievable. I just want to say I'm going to be very brief because it's been a long time I've worked with Mrs. Hilfman, but let me tell you a little something about her. Okay, I think, Chris, this is our 17th or 18th show together, and Mrs. Hilfman, for probably the first 15 or 16 of those shows, would rewrite Broadway. When she rewrote Broadway, that changed the musical numbers as well. Mrs. Hilfman used to forget that we had to follow an actual book of music rather than listening to a CD, and we could not do it to the CD. So many times she would come to me and say, well, listen to this, can we do that? And I said, no. I said, for gosh sakes, the books are what they are. You can't change Rodgers and Hammerstein into Hilfman. do it, and my musicians, after a while, would be doing this. Turning pages, going from one number to the next. Anyway, it was quite an experience for me, but I'll tell you something. I could not have worked with a better individual than Mrs. Hillman. We had our differences during these plays, believe me, we had. And, but... Come over here, I don't want you behind me. When I was in the service, I used to kill people who did that. But she was a wonderful person to work with, not only in the theater setting here, but also in the classroom. And Mrs. Hilfman, what can I say? And now the end is near, and now we draw the final curtain. That's it. You've done a great job. I'm going to miss you. I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I love you. We always made it work. That's it.
Yeah, I think we're done. No. If we could just, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful trip home. Thank you for being a part of this experience. Parents, thank you. And they're going to go to Friendly's tonight and have a great time. And Mr. Lynch, thank you to the support of. You have to go somewhere.
Just wanted to give you a hug, make sure you're okay.